Mercy Guda, a business lady, and Patrick Busuben, an accounts manager, met at a school symposium during their high school years. Patrick spotted Mercy when she sang during the function, and after persuasion from friends, he decided to get to know her. Little did he know what fate had in store.
He came and bugged me the first time when I was so tough. I wore a very tough face. And he tried again. I had a crush on someone else, yeah? And he was sitting at the edge of that bench. And my girlfriends had all gone for him. So I knew this was the right moment to make him jealous. So I gave in to him. I wasn't sure, so I didn't give him my number. I gave him my dad's number, hoping that he'll call him and he'll shy off or something. Too bad or too good, because we're here.
While on campus, Mercy and Patrick moved in together, and during this period, the unexpected happened.
And at that time, we had a bit of a rough patch with Patrick, so I didn't know whether to tell him I'm pregnant or... So I decided to go silent, but it got somewhere and I was like, okay, he needs to know. I called him, we met, he couldn't believe it, that I hid that from him for that long.
Yeah, when I learned that she was pregnant, I was happy. But still there was that moment where you feel, am I really up to task? Am I really going to be a good dad, and challenges of raising the baby, finances, will I be a good dad, will I coach her well? Basically I was just having this weird, or everything basically going through my head. But yeah, I embraced it, and trust you me, from that day, things have been happening in my life that are so awesome, can't regret.
In order to start living together as a couple, Patrick had to propose marriage to Mercy. As being a pastor's daughter, Mercy's father would not allow them to live together without a church wedding. Unlike many other formal proposals, Patrick opted to do his in a different way.
I think also he was limited in the way he could propose because the baby was so tiny. By then, we couldn't move much. She was a small baby. So that limited him because I couldn't leave the baby. I was doing, what do we call it? Exclusive breastfeeding. So if it's moving, I have to move with the baby, and it was crazy. So I excused him for that. Yeah.
I got a bouquet of flowers, a card, and there was the ring inside. In the flowers, in the basket. So she didn't expect it. It was just something I knew that she will think it's just flowers, happy Valentine's and everything. So I really hoped that she will really go around the flowers and find something.
The couple is planning to have a card-only event at the reception and has a budget of 800,000 Kenya shillings, which is approximately $8,700 US. They have a 240 guest list, and family and close friends are helping in raising half of the budget. They can only hope that they will get all the cash before the big day.
Having a fundraising prior to the wedding, so we're giving priority to people who've really assisted us, and family and close friends. Then, yeah.
Mercy and Patrick will be having an intercultural wedding, and they have settled on an African theme to represent their cultures.
We are from parents who are from different tribes, all over. My mom, dad, different cultures.
At the wedding, we have 4 cultures.
Mom is a Kikuyu, dad is a Ugandan.
My mom is a Kalenjin. My dad does Adigo. I
have to kneel when I'm serving him cake, because that's culture. It demands you crown your king, eh?
And she has to learn to drink mursik, if not to make.
The Ugandan dishes will come into play when they're serving the buffet. We'll have some of the matoke, we'll have some of the njugu, I don't know what to call. They're called groundnut soup, the yams, sweet potatoes, they'll be there in the menu. Then the kneeling has to be there.
After a long search of a perfect gown, Mercy was able to find a supplier at the Samantha's Wedding Fair Expo. However,
different brides came down from different bridal houses. I was there with my mom and my cousin. So I kept going like, okay, there's nothing I like, nothing. But when Marina came down, I was like, whoa, where is that? So I went and looked for them from one of the stands. So when I found them, I was content. I found they could manage. But now my mommy had a problem because of the prices a bit. She was like, that's a bit expensive. So we started looking around and my mind was still glued to what I saw, how spectacular the gowns were. 2 months ago, I went back and now I paid so that they have nothing to say.
Mercy and Patrick are lucky that they will be moving to their house after their nuptial, which is an early wedding gift from their aunt.
The house originally is my auntie's. Currently, it's my auntie's. She's been renting it out. But the tenant moved out like last month. So we'll take over the house. Like the amount she was paying as mortgage, we are the ones who will pay. Once we finish paying up, the deposit that she raised then, that was 10% of the value, we'll give it back to her then. So then the house will be ours.
It's Mercy and Patrick's big day. The couple met in their high school years at a symposium, and after a series of meetings and a baby later, the two are finally sealing the deal with a ring on it. Since they come from mixed marriages, Mercy and Patrick have decided to incorporate 3 cultures in their wedding, and guests have traveled all the way from Uganda to grace the occasion. In the Ugandan culture, the bride has to be prepared and dolled up by her aunties, and this is what Mercy is being taken through before the celebrations. In the Baganda culture, the bride's father must wear a traditional dress for this special occasion.
To me is Sir Charles Mwambu, who is our first cousin, and is putting on a traditional dress. This is the way parents we are supposed to appear at such a function, but it can be either in the suit or in this traditional dress. Usually this traditional dress is a dress that we normally put on when we are attending official functions, especially traditional, to do with the introduction, prior to the wedding, and also on the wedding day, and any other family meeting.
At the church venue, women from the groom's family belt out Kalenjin tunes to welcome the bride. Accompanied by her parents, Mercy walks down the aisle.
Beloved, we have come together at this time before God to witness and celebrate the union.
I, Patrick Busben,
Take you, Mercy Godoy,
take you, Mercy Godoy,
to be my wife,
to be my wife,
to have and to hold
to have and to hold
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better,
for better,
for worse,
for worse,
in health, to love, cherish, to honor, the blessings of the Lord to be upon you, to experience His love, to experience His peace, and you will walk in the fear of the Lord.
Because of the new Kenyan marriage laws, Mercy and Patrick have been forced to sign on paper instead of a marriage certificate. The government required churches to purchase new marriage certificate books as the old ones had been recalled. And as the guests head over to the reception, the new couple in town are whisked away for their photo shoot. At the reception, many guests are trickling in contrary to the couple's desire to have a cards-only event.
Huyo ni mtu amepatiwa chakula ya bure. Anataka kupiga mshahara somebody else.
Patrick and Mercy are following some aspects of the Nandi culture in their wedding, and in this case, the newlyweds are dressed in animal skin to signify their entry into marriage. Since Mercy and Patrick met during a high school symposium, Mercy serenades her husband with a song to take him back to the day they met.
Thought of a restaurant, sort of, and we did a card only, but apparently we had too many people and we couldn't control them, so we had to work with what we had. So everyone got a little bit, even got to a point where a little hit of not enough food for everyone because we were only for 250 people, but we are glad everyone went home happy and we got presents. Yes.
We wish Mercy and Patrick a happy ever after.